Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC to do everything DIY. And today we have a follow-up service call for a LAARS Hydronic boiler. Thank you to everyone tuning in to Jumperman Tech. In my last video, we installed this pump with the flow switch. Oops, looks like I gotta charge my battery. Anyways, if you guys look closely, look how bad that looks. So we want to rebuild this section right here, but I'm going to try to do it as easy as possible. So finally the flange came in. This is 1.5 inch piping with the gasket here, and I have some fitting stuff like that, and we're going to try to make this work. But yes, I will try to make this as easy as possible because it is a Sunday and I am trying to go home. Turn the power off, burner switch, and let's close our supply and return inlet and outlet for this boiler here. Okay, that's done, and we can open this up and drain. Alright, so let's start with a few things here. Power is off now, but I also want to take off this piece right here. And we're gonna have to take this off most likely because we're not gonna be able to spin this off, honestly. So let's start with this and make sure we put everything back in the same position. Gotta be a little methodical with how you actually do this. Did I mark this one? Yes, the little one, the one with the red tape here is for the bottom. We're gonna have to disconnect the electrical here. Take this off first. Then we have space to spin this off because it's gonna hit. And when we do that, we should introduce air into the system, and this should leak out for the most part. So red tape on the bottom. I mean, it's just a switch. Maybe either one would work, but let's just take off these wires. Is this a fork? Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. And then over here, I wonder if I can get it going. Let's take off the little locking nut for this whip. Let's see if this works. And it does. Let's spin this off. Okay, pull that out. Now the electrical is out of the way. And what I do with the locking nuts, I actually put it back on here. Like spin it on a little bit so we don't lose it. Now this thing is freer. What we have to do, let's get this bucket under here. And let's open this up. Let's make sure there's drains. A very tiny bit of water. But I know when we take this off, oh, it's coming off my hand. Look at the water flow there. When I open this up, this should flow more. Look at that. I introduced air through there and it's pushing the water out, because this will drain as much as it can, but it's not really clearing this loop. So let's let this fully drain. Make sure the valves hold. And see, I'll probably take this off next, and then we can start disconnecting. The thing is, the bolt here is like eating up. This thing is done, man. It's gonna be difficult to deal with that, honestly. Got some pipe wrenches. I got my Milwaukee press tool, M18. This one I'm gonna try to do as easy as possible. Save the customer some money and save myself the hassle. There we go. When I changed the switch last time, it was hitting the gauge, so it has to come off, and then I can deal with this piping. Everything's nice, new and clean. Let's put all the materials here as far as parts. And now I see a tiny bit of water in here, but there's nothing flowing. We're good to go, guys. So I gotta see what's the best bet. I'm thinking maybe I'll strip this insulation back a little bit more. If I cut this pipe here, I should have enough space to hold back here and spin this off, take off the bolts, and I rebuild it. And I might be able to keep this section here. If not, I do have the pieces for it. The thing is, it's press, and the problem is it's gonna be, this might not line up with what I have, but let's see what happens. Got what I need, and I have a backup plan. So definitely want to have a backup plan when, oh man, that thing just pulled out. When things are so tight the way they are. Push that in, get that out, and now we can work clear here. All right. All right, that's better. So either way, I gotta cut this. Got this one right here. It's a close quarters cutter, and this is good for, I know it does 2-inch. I think it does a little bit more than 2-inch, which is pretty amazing because pipe cutters are so large. So I have a coupling here. Let's make sure we have enough space. I should be able to clear that. Let's start cutting right here. All right. Let's adjust this. Put that on. Make sure, let's say halfway point. That's more than enough space. Let's cut this pipe out. Valves are clearly holding. We're good to go. And let's do the best we can. There's no going back from here. You know that when you cut it, you're done from there. So let's be calm, cool. Let's get this done. This does have support as there's hangers, but what I did is put a tie wrap between this one and this one, so I have a little bit extra support. Oh, this thing is, that's it. This pipe is cut. That's it. We're out. Now we need to see how we're gonna get this off. This is no problem. This one is a serious problem, and then I could pull this whole thing out and then rebuild it. These wrenches don't fit in there. I know I can get that out. It's not a big deal. I can get my socket set is in the truck. But what is up with this? Is that just buildup? Oh, there is a bolt there. I mean, it's probably gonna have to be changed, but oh no, I think it's done. How am I gonna get that out? You know what? If I take out that one, I might be able to spin this whole piece. Let's clear it up a bit. See if there's some kind of grip I could get on there. Oh my lord, this is bad, man. How to get that out? That is a true nightmare, man. Let me see. Can I just? Yeah. This comes off right there. And I have to get this. Jeez, man. You know, this whole thing is gonna ruin this job. I need this exact bolt. Now, can I lift that up a little bit? Yeah, but just not that much. Yay. All right. Let me see. Can I try to spin this off? Probably need to cut that more too. Let me figure something out. Just loosen that up. Come on, man. Is it possible? Can I spin this out? Oh, the whole thing is spinning, but not. Now, you know what? I might need to break this off. See if it just smacks off, because this thing is so old and rusty. Unless I could pull it and... Oh yeah, I think it's spinning. I might have freed it up. I'm pulling on it. You know what? Oh man, I think I can actually get it with a channel locks now. That's definitely the biggest problem here. Oh, there we go. Is it spinning? Yes, it is, man. Let's go. Hope I can find this in a hardware store right now. Oh man, there's nothing left of this thing, man. Alright, it's coming out. Whew. Come on. That's amazing. Let's get it. Alright. Alright, so this part is with the gasket. Smash that up. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. I got the exact piece. This gasket looks done. Alright. I'm gonna have to try to match up this bolt and get it from somewhere, because that thing, there's no head on this thing. I mean, what is that? Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, I just came back from the hardware store. This is the original one for one side. New one I got is fully threaded. This one has this smooth surface here, but anyways, this one is a little bit too long, but this one is a little bit too short, but I can make it work. If the shorter one fits and it's tight, sure, but if anything, I can make the longer one work with washers. Anyways, let's take this out. Clearly there's a little indent here. Let me make sure this is clean. Okay, I also sanded down a little bit here and got rid of some of that thick stuff. Okay, I'll put this gasket in. Let me see, does this shorter one work? If not, I could just, you know, double and triple up on this right here. You know, there's a decent amount of thread here. These shorter ones might work, to be honest with you. Anyways, we're gonna line this up neatly. Oh, but also has that end that, you know, the shorter one actually, now I'm thinking that of it, might not work. I mean, it might. I feel like you might want to go in a little further. Just make sure that's in properly. I just want to dry fit this right now and see how we're going to rebuild this thing. This does go in, you know? This honestly might be okay. If anything, I used all the ones, and basically what I would do in that case to make this shorter, in a sense, just put more washers on there. It'll make this distance shorter, but we'll see. That's that. I'm gonna go with a new nipple here. This is a nipple. This is a T, 1.5 inches with a 1-inch bowl. Okay. Honestly, I could probably just take this off or try to rebuild this. Let me see if I could actually rebuild this. I got some fittings, but will it fit? That's the only thing. So either way, it is what it is. This would go here. This is a male pipe adapter. The only thing is I just don't know, because I know a lot of these fittings are a lot longer. I mean, this goes in pretty deep. Something like that, just so we're a little more accurate. Even got this super strange fitting, man. You see? I don't want to push this too much. Basically, yeah, you see they're a little bit offset. And if this goes crooked, it might not properly fit. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, so that's why I got the coupling over here, and I could just reuse this piece. Ah, that sucks. Let me see. So this here is a no-slip coupling. Usually there's a stopper, or with no stop coupling, this can go and slide on. That's when you're working with tight space. You see this? Bit tight, but it kind of lines up. Man. It would be nice to use the fittings that I bought. See? Let me see. Not too bad. It's just, yeah, this actually works. The thing is, I know there might be need to be like a distance, at least there. That looks real nice, man. Honestly, I might try it. If it doesn't work, I'll use the other piece, but I honestly think this will work. This looks pretty good, honestly. Slightly like this, I think that's fine. It's so slightly tilted, that is no big deal. Honestly, that would be nice, man. Be a nice, fresh look right there. I might go for it. Then over here, I'm gonna put a piece of 1/2-inch pipe with a valve. Boiler drain valve, so this thing could be drained, and we should be all right. Let's try to get this going. This will be official. Slide this off and prep everything. This is a deburring tool, so you want to deburr the inside and the outside of each pipe that is cut, so everything is nice and smooth. All right. We're gonna do that to each cut pipe, and I'm gonna sand it down a little bit. Okay guys, everything is nice and prepped. Let's go ahead, tighten this up. Well, there's no pipes, I can easily get in here. Okay. I don't want to go too crazy, because then you're going to break the gasket. That's why the other one is like so melted. Whoa, hit my head over there. Alright. I think that's okay for now. Let's not go too crazy. Yeah. I think that's good. Oof, I really got to get this off now. Shouldn't have tightened that so hard, but anyways. It is what it is. This I can get out. Okay. Get this nipple off with some Teflon tape. I'm using Monster PTFE Teflon tape, and on top I'm gonna put what is this called? PTFE paste. Other people call it pipe dope. I'm gonna put some Teflon tape on here, and you want to put this in the way that you're gonna spin this pipe. if we're gonna go to the right, we want this to go along, because if you put this on the other way, it's actually not gonna be good. So we're gonna go one way this way, and we're gonna do the exact opposite on the other side when we flip it around. All right, that's flat. We went this way. Now I'm gonna flip this around, and this is actually gonna go on the other side now. So let's get it. This has to be put on properly. Next, you could take some PTFE paste and get it on there, and this will help with leaks. It's a little messy, so try to be neat with it. Wear some gloves. I mean, real plumber guys, those guys don't wear no gloves for anything, but I don't want this on my skin. That is way too much. Whatever. Let's get that started. I'm gonna clean it up after. Get this started by hand. We really want this to go in as much as possible. Put some on here now. And put on the T. Alright, that's definitely going on smoothly now. And we want this pretty much as tight as possible, so both the nipple and the T are like really there. I want a pipe wrench for this. Let's do it up. I want to loosen this up a little. There we go. Like this, we're connecting the T and we're pushing the nipple more in. And this is only going to help our case for connecting our pieces here to get those pipes as close as possible. It's going to be better than our sample because it's definitely way more in right now. So I'm a little more confident with that. I just like leaving a space between the pipes when, you know, when I'm pressing. I don't want this so close to that other fitting like this. It's like right against each other. That might be a problem, to be honest, but I'm willing to take that risk. The only problem will be is some sort of leak. Anyways, remove some of this excess stuff. Make sure it's clean. Okay. And looks like this side is all right, and we'll just continue. Let's get that started. That's going in nicely. This one, you're gonna wanna hold back on this side because you don't want this moving anymore. Let's get this tight that way. Let's get this set up. Come on. It's hard doing this with one hand. Oof. Alright, let's see if I even have leverage this way. I might need to put it on the other side. Let's see. Go that way. And pretty much I'm gonna go against these two. You know what? Holding back here might be the smarter idea. Let's tighten this up. Alright, that's looking real nice right here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find the midpoint. It's where it's actually safe here, where it's even. There's a special tool for that, but anyway, with the stop you know where you're going, but the other one you don't. Just make sure you got enough space on both sides. Okay. As far as with this, I would make a marking right there, so I know that's where that's gonna need to end up. Now, can pretty much fit this up. Everything's prepped. Okay. Oh. What happened? Could this go in a little more? I might need to trim this a little bit. Why now? What happened? This is a little slightly off now. Okay, I just had to push it a bit more. It's like almost right there. This will give it its final connection. I'm holding with one hand. Just need to balance this out right there, right there. What happened here? Has to be perfectly straight for this to go. And then let's find our mark. Right there. Right there. All right. Make sure everything is in and good. Oops. This slides a lot more now because the fitting is now holding this straight. All right, we're ready to press this. Worried about this connection here. Everything else should be fine. Anyways, got my 1.5" fitting. Let's do it. Make sure that's even. All right. Next. Okay. Let's do all the 1.5" fittings. Everything's lined up, so I know we're good. Okay. Okay. We need to put this on, and we need to rebuild this. Gotta go to the truck. All right, I have a female pipe adapter. Cut a little piece of pipe, sanded it down, deburred it. Just gonna push that on there. Let's get the 1/2" attachment on the press tool. I'm gonna push this all the way in and press it. That's done. And now this brass fitting. We're ready to go there. Put some Teflon tape on here. Tighten this thing up. I got Teflon tape and pipe dope on this boiler drain valve. And we're just simply gonna tighten this one up. Everything looks great. Just gotta put back this flow switch and pressure temperature gauge. I'm gonna take off this Teflon tape, apply a new one with pipe dope, with the paste, and spin that thing on. And for a wire or anything, I wanna make sure that there's no leaks. I truly hope there isn't, and we should be okay. All right, guys, got some Teflon tape and pipe dope, some thread, paste. My adjustable doesn't fit on there, so I'm using this pipe wrench. Let's tighten this up, and I guess, oh yeah, we got to put on the pressure temperature gauge, and then we can open up the water. As long as there are no leaks, man, we're gonna be going home tonight. All right, let's spin this thing on. Test for leaks. I really hope this connection doesn't leak, but pretty much, honestly, you're like okay by hand. And I would just finish it up with a wrench a little bit. Let's just get this logo straight. a little bit more. And we're opening up this water. All right, guys. Everything looks phenomenal. Let's make sure this is closed. And let's hope this thing doesn't leak. This part always gets me a bit nervous when opening up the water. You never know what's gonna happen. All right. It's fully open. And that is fully open. And it's looking good. Alright guys, that looks absolutely phenomenal. We got no leaks. I put the wires and everything back, very simple. Just put it right back to where it was. Honestly, everything looks straight pretty much. And that right there is a beautiful thing. Definitely an upgrade there. That doesn't look good anymore. I'm glad I was able to get rid of all this and rebuild it. This honestly looks really good. Use a little bit of insulation here. I just turned the unit back on and it's running. I'm gonna keep an eye on it for a bit, but pretty much I'm gonna wrap this one up. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.